Okay. Do we have Oluvids ready yet? Let me send him a direct message. Let him know we're ready for him.
Hey,
there he is. Hey, Oluvids, what's up?
What's up? I'm good. I'm ready to play some Final Fantasy 8. Hold on, let me swap over.
Heck yes. Heck yes. Let me get your stream going here. Okay, we're on your channel. Let me get the the link.
Game, come on.
Post that to my chat so that they can give you a follow.
All right, there we go. Game's on. All right. I am good to go, I think.
Here is the link to Oluvid's stream if you guys want to watch him play Final Fantasy VIII. Welcome, by the way. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah.
Let me switch.
So
here we go. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your experience with FF8. You played it pretty recently for the first time, right?
Yeah. The first time I played it was like 5 months ago, like really recent. Cause
dang.
It's the latest mainline FF I've played. But yeah, I played
really?
like
That's awesome.
I played a couple Final Fantasy before this, and this was like always the elusive title for me because like I played 7, I played 9, so it was like that's the one game in the PS1 trilogy that I know nothing about. So randomly I'm like, you know what? I want to I'm like I want to play another Final Fantasy game. It might as well just do this, like you know. And yeah, so I played it. I did like all the stream series and all that. I had a lot of help, thankfully. But yeah, so it's very different. I don't know if you want to.
How do you feel about it in comparison to the other PS1 games?
Okay, so it's not my favorite. My favorite, I would say, is 9. But
oh, cool. Yeah, I love 9.
9's yeah. I think what's interesting about it is that it tells a story in a very different way from the other ones, from any other FF I've played, where it's like. It's very focused, you know, like it's like it tells the story naturally, and if you really want to like dive deep into like other stuff, you gotta do some side content, look around, search around, and all that. It's got different aspects with like time and Laguna, which Laguna is my favorite character in this game, by the way. But
awesome.
I love that. Yeah, he's awesome. All his scenes, great, perfect, peak. But yeah, so I think it's really interesting. I really like the junction system. I love how much customization you could do with the character. This is like a really experimental game because it's like it's very unique. I really like the gameplay. The characters are cool. The story is, I think, wild. Like so much like stuff happens in the story, and it's like, whoa, okay. And I'm a Kingdom Hearts fan, so I'm like, okay, this is giving me those types of vibes. Yeah, just in terms of like my background with Final Fantasy in general, I went from Kingdom Hearts and then went to this because I found out about this later, and I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, it's like I'm getting those kind of vibes. You know, it's got the same writer. It's got like, you know, Nomura's on there, and along with Nojima and everything.
Character designing and
yeah.
It's really interesting that you bring that up because this is kind of where the Final Fantasy team split a little bit. So they had all been kind of one team through the first 7 games, and now they kind of split into 3 different teams. They had one team working on this one, which is a lot of the kind of lead developers that go on to work on Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy 13 and things like that. So you see a lot of the similarities. Final Fantasy 10.
Definitely.
And then, you know, Sakaguchi and his sort of OG team, they go to make Final Fantasy 9, which feels a lot more like the traditional series.
Definitely,
the NES and SNES titles. And then, you know, you got the MMO that was developed and things like that. So, anyway, we started to see a lot of differences in between the styles of how each game was developed.
For sure.
This was kind of the first one that really went pretty radically different direction.
Even just visually. So I guess we could hop in.
Yeah, go ahead. Start
so we could show what the big change was.
Yeah.
But thank you for the follow, Dizod and
hopefully some people
Marshmallow Kingsley. Yeah, I think some people are coming in.
To your stream.
Yeah. So immediately first, we got 2 things here. We got the choir in the background. We got this nice looking beach.
That's right.
And I mean, we'll see characters in a second, but I'll be here. It's a good intro. It's a really good intro.
And this too, all of this does remind me a lot of Kingdom Hearts. Just the beach, and the text with the dots. And
it's like it's like a Kingdom Hearts intro. Yeah, it's like starting on Destiny Island, and yeah, we got Renoa. So you can see the characters are looking a lot different compared to like 7.
Yep.
They really like. Yeah, they had. I looked it up. They had like motion capture and all that, so they move a lot better. And yeah, just like they really. This is like when I think in my opinion when the FMVs really started looking good. I think sevens were all right, but it's like this is where like this looks like what you expect from Final Fantasy, you know.
Yeah, next level.
Yeah, that was that's kind of how it worked for when they got towards the end of a console life cycle. That's when they really started figuring out how to maximize the visuals and stuff. And the first ones were awesome for their time, but then you look back and like, oh man, they came a long way over the 5 years, right? Oh, yeah. Same with like Final Fantasy. Well, Final Fantasy X still looks great, but from there to like 12 or from Final Fantasy 4 to Final Fantasy 6, there's like a big difference between the third versus the first. Right?
Oh, here we got the fight here between Squall and Cypher.
Yep.
Like it's like the intro really like it hits you.
Wings, the wings.
We got we got Idea. Looks like Idea. It's actually certain scenes from the game in the actual plot that's in here. Now that I'm looking at it after I beat the game.
Right. It's kind of it's kind of like a trailer for.
Yeah, it shows a lot of what's coming.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Most games don't opt to show a trailer for the game you're already playing.
Yeah.
Like showing a trailer for a movie, like you watch the trailer first, then you watch the movie that you just saw a trailer for.
Yeah.
But I think this was put in here at least on purpose.
Look at that.
This way, as a hook.
Showing Cypher and Idea.
Interested because the game does have a bit of a slower start.
Yeah.
Well, I remember one of the prevailing themes for how this was used as an intro. You know, not to spoil too much about how time works in the game, but that this was some kind of like premonition that Squall was seeing about events possibly coming.
Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Maybe.
So like, there's like some kind of tear maybe where he's like seeing some things coming up. And that's not official or anything. It's kind of just a fan theory, but
it's possible. Boom! They both get each other with that little double scar.
Yep.
It's showing. It's even. Yeah, like it's showing some late stuff too. Like it's actually kind of surprising to see. This is definitely a type of game you gotta play twice.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this game almost requires playing twice to really feel like you understood.
Yeah,
it's one of those. It's
like
just too bad that it's so long that I like games where they want you to replay it, but you can just go back through chapter selects. That's more of like a modern gaming thing.
Oh yeah.
But I think like, if I'm not mistaken, I think Final Fantasy 15 allows that to some degree.
It does.
People have been telling me that Final Fantasy 14 actually has this, where you can go back and play previous
what's going on, Sage?
And chapters and things like that. And so, anyway, we got him waking up here.
Yeah, so it's after the fight. Okay, I guess. Says the Dr. Kadowaki.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm also playing on the original PS1 version.
Nice.
So you know, it'll look a little blurry, but it's okay. I'm fine with it.
No,
I played 7 and 9 the same way, so I'm like, let me keep it consistent with how I'm doing it.
It looks great. It looks fine.
Yeah. And yeah, so also another big difference in game, they're like not little chibi guys. They're fully proportioned and all that. So that was a big step up.
Yep.
That was
something that was actually a big disagreement between Hironobu Sakaguchi and Yoshinori Kitase a little bit, which is why they went back to the chibi models for FF9 because Sakaguchi let them. He thought that's
I think
how
they both look nice.
Yeah, I mean they do. I mean they both games look amazing. It's just a little bit of a disagreement philosophically, I guess, to how Final Fantasy games should look that they had between the two of them. But yeah, that's why they look so much different here in comparison to any of the other first 9 games, really, because they almost universally were chibi, and then they had little taller models for the battles and
like
then
tiny,
smaller models for when you're exploring.
7 had like taller models. Like I had it for the battle fully, but only that. So I'm gonna pull, since this isn't my main file, I'm gonna pull a little thing here. I'm gonna go Kingdom Hearts mode. I'm gonna just name him Leon real quick. I'm gonna do it just because I can. That's what I first knew him as.
Leon the Professional. Love it.
I'm gonna go with that. I actually named his Griever Leon later on, and
nice.
you know, I won't go into, I guess, in case there's spoilers, in case you haven't played it, but I was in for a surprise. You know, I thought it was just a little name that and whatever.
Leon Lionheart.
Leon
Lionheart, yeah.
That's pretty funny.
What's going on, guys? I was 14. All right. Yeah, so training. So this game takes place in like a
introduction to the school here. The Battle
Yeah. So this game is very different from 7 in like its setting. It's still like a kind of futuristic looking kind of thing, but this time you're like a student. You take place, you know, everyone comes from the schools and all that. Squall's like a super angsty. Yeah, as a converted saying, angsty teenager. Right? Yeah.
The whole like, I'm a student in a school and we're
I think maybe like Type Zero.
This is Harry Potter straight up.
That PSP spin-off of the Fabulin over Crystallis series.
That Type Zero.
Type Zero. Yeah. That's the one.
Oh,
they did that in Type
Zero. They did that.
It was a school setting, like a military academy kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of thing. It's the school, but it's not a normal high school. They're training up mercenaries.
Exactly.
Kistis, yeah, is our other character right here.
Talking about Final Fantasy VII with their eco-terrorist controversy, and FF8 is training children to be mercenaries, which is overlooked by most people who play the game.
Oh my gosh!
Like, oh, this is fine. Sid's a good guy.
Again, playing this for the second time.
Right?
Interesting.
Wait a second.
I'm like, hold on.
I didn't realize.
I always assumed that was.
Whoa. Okay.
Renoa. You thought
Renoa?
When you first play the game and you're thinking back.
Yeah, they got a similar like blue looking thing in here. Yeah.
But it's not. It's not.
There's her.
So
that was interesting. Okay, yeah, this game's gonna be an interesting second playthrough. This is Squall's teacher here. Yep. Looking also pretty young for a teacher, but you know.
The same age.
She's 17, 18, yeah.
Same age, yeah. What's going on, Kisses? How you doing?
Well, she hits on us, actually. It's kind of...
yeah.
It's true. She's
Squall is just like, whatever.
Right.
Alright.
I love the soundtrack for this game. I always go back and forth on whether this is my favorite, but right now, because I'm listening to Final Fantasy VIII music, it's my favorite.
It has my favorite. It has my favorite victory fanfare. I could say that like completely. I like little. I don't know. I like the vibe of the victory fanfare. It's so good. Yeah. We got a bunch of students here. Cloud's like, you know, out his regular uniform. I'm regular clothes, but he gets a uniform later.
Yep.
He just completely reads him like a book.
Yep, she knows exactly what he's going to say before he says it.
Yeah.
And I really love the way they use text boxes in this game in particular.
Yeah, where they pop around.
Yep, they pop around the screen.
Yeah, it's like a comic thing. Before.
So they use that to great effect. In 9, they end up actually creating a text bubble out of it, which is
that's true.
Better,
they did.
But I like how they popped it around to suggest who's talking here, and how they used parentheses and things like that to suggest this is a person's.
Yeah, like thinking. Do a lot with Squall.
Yeah. Sometimes the text is gray or whatever.
This is another really cool thing this game does. It's like it mixes FMVs with regular gameplay. You be walking around and the camera starts moving. It's like, whoa. Like, this is 2023, but it's still kind of impressive. Yeah, like it's seamless. And they do it a lot throughout this game.
A lot.
Like,
it's really cool.
Wow. Like, I don't care if it's 2023. That's still really cool. You know?
Yeah.
It's also kind of funny sometimes. I make Squall like be running around in circles while there's a big cinematic moment, but you know, yeah. Anyway, it's
yes, exactly. You can do stuff while it's cameras moving.
Super dramatic.
Yep.
So yeah, we're out here in the class.
And I thought, like, this is so cool. Having at your desk is like nowadays kids have like tablets and laptops.
Right.
Cool. Got the Chromebooks and all that.
You know, then being it was younger, it's like sweet. You have a good computer.
Yeah, you got a whole computer terminal. Yeah, this is like a futuristic. I mean, I will see later on. This is a very special location. This school here, but Balam Garden. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, Balam Garden.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready.
One thing to know for anyone who wants to start playing Final Fantasy VIII, you're interested in it. Read all of the stuff, all the info that's available in your computer.
Yeah.
There is so much stuff about the world. In general in this game, as a bit of advice, talk to NPCs and always go through all of the sort of like data and notes that you get in the menu, in the computer terminal here. There's so much stuff and world building that is sort of filled in by side sources other than the main story, text boxes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to understand how the story works and not be like super confused by the end, I would
that was
really
me.
suggest that you do that.
Yeah, that's why today, that's why I was like, I'm gonna do a bunch of side quests, because yeah, by the end I felt like there's definitely a lot more I need to learn about this, so I'm gonna be like looking through some stuff and going through. So that's why I named it Let's Explore the Lore. Let's learn more about what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, just to check that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and check it out and just kind of show people.
Turn on the
come
power.
into the computer terminal here. You turn it on. There's all kinds of little
we got tutorials,
info that you can learn. Basics.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Garden square.
This one's a little funny thing. It's a funny thing to see progress. I won't like go into it fully, but if it'll load up. There we go. So yeah, whoever was running it before, like I left, so oh well.
Yep.
Hopefully someone could pick it up.
A new character who's going to be taking over this. This character will join our party later.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like some you could go back and check up on throughout the game. Let's see. Right, all right. I'm gonna keep it moving a bit. I'm gonna go see what.
So people know that I would definitely suggest that.
Yeah.
We're actually gonna jump into FF9 now, but if you guys want to continue watching Final Fantasy 8, the link here is still pinned in the chat. Go give Oluvids a follow, and we may be returning here a little bit later when when key moments come up. But we're gonna skip over to FF8 now. Appreciate you, man.
All right, see ya. Thanks for having me.
All right,
see you.
Peace out.
Okay, let me go see who's in chat. Let's see. So Sagewater, it's good to see you again. Dizard, converted. I was 14 when I played this, and I identified so much with Squall and NCT. Yeah, interestingly enough, if any of you guys have played the Realms with you, I think Squall was like the first draft of Neku, you know? Like, I think he was the first, because Neku's a lot like him. A lot of scenes like it literally look like it's the same thing. So I think Squall, like, definitely, yeah. Squall is the best Final Fantasy game in my honest opinion. Yeah, like, shoot, thank you guys so much for the follows, guys. Yeah, like, it has like its own like cult following and all that. I like the school setting, Persona Trail School. Yeah, it's got like a whole school setting. Again, it's a very different school, you know, it's a Final Fantasy type school, so it's not just a regular old school, but it's, you know, got all these students, got the exams, we got the seed exams. Shoot, thank you guys. Hey, Akechi. Oh, no, Akechi. I don't have any pancakes, man, I'm sorry.